Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter Critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how it's being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the second most popular project in all of Kickstarter, the first most popular project in all the games. That is Saga Origins. It's a game of classic fantasy adventure. Thrill your family and friends with an entertaining dungeon crawler full of beautiful miniatures. Okay. I'd like to know the player count, time length, the age. I'm assuming it's 1 to 4 players, 60 to 90 minutes. Just shot in the dark here, potentially a campaign-style game. I feel like there's just a lot more that you can tell me on the main image here. Like, oh, here's some generic dungeon artwork. Like, fantasy people. I think those are goblins or something. Funded Kickstarter in 40 minutes, don't care. Like, just the main image could be so much better. Like, it's just bleh. And I'm sure Dungeon Saga, I'm pretty sure, is like a popular thing. So this is why this is exciting to people, because it's a spin-off, or it's a new retelling, or something like that. But if you don't know what Dungeon Saga is, this is very uncaptivating. Nothing about this gets me excited in any way, shape, or form, except, you know, oh, cool, I like dungeon crawlers. So hopefully, oh, those are actually minis. Are those minis? I can't tell if that's 3D rendering or miniatures. Like, that's actually like a zoomed-in shot of the miniatures. Either way, that picture does not work on the main image. Because when you're on Kickstarter just looking around, like, it's so far out, you don't see it. You can't tell that those are actual miniatures, which is kind of cool that they were able to get that nice-looking shot right there. But anywho, when you get the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
An unholy evil has fallen across the land. The necromancer Mortibrus moves to seize an ancient power that could remake the world.
Theme.
As his forces scour the deep places of the earth, something foul stirs beneath the ruins of Dolgar. Great champions are called to mount an expedition, the wisest, the toughest, and the deadliest around. Now, 4 very different heroes must learn to work and fight together. Vorden, a stout dwarf with an appetite for battle and strong ale. Madriga, a former captain of the Elven Sea Guard who now...
She's an elf? Oh my god! A dwarf and an elf? That never works! I mean, this is just the most generic fantasy tropes you could possibly put here. Why are we focusing so heavily on the theme and the artwork? Especially when the artwork's... Yeah, I mean, it's not... I don't think most people would be like, this is spectacular. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like... I don't think it's something you hang your hat on here.
Wow. Daniel, a gifted
wizard, get it.
Magical arts descended from an ancient...
And then a big badass who has an axe.
And Aura, barbarian mercenary from the north...
So we spent the first minute of this video literally wasted on just nothing but theme. And I get it. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. I shouldn't say that. Like... Because if you know Dungeon Saga and you love Dungeon Saga, then yes, this is all pretty obvious. But if you don't, like, just get into the meat and potatoes, please.
The man's looking for his next big score.
Like, I defy you to make a more generic-looking dungeon game just in the first minute. How would you make it even more generic? Skeleton archers? Did we see those? Maybe that's it. Game. Here we go. Game.
Saga Origins, one player controls the dungeon and those that dwell within. The other players control our courageous heroes.
So right there, immediately, I already didn't like the marquee, but mentioning that it's a one versus all game, I think is immediately going to draw a certain group of people into your game. Instead of just, you know, like for your friends and family. You know what? Just give me the age on that. Once you let me know it's ages 10 plus, I get it. It's for my family.
On their latest exciting quest. But beware, the corridors and chambers of this ancient place seethe with peril. You will have to fight for your lives, work together, cast arcane spells, and unleash special abilities at the right time to survive. You may meet some luck, but going off the beaten path can reveal great rewards, or might be your undoing. There is much loot to be had on your travels, and even legendary items to discover, use, and trade.
I like the amount of text on these cards. That's a good feeling. That's like the first thing that I've seen where I was like, oh, okay. Okay, and then the cost as well, so you can presumably resell it or some stuff. You'll run into maybe merchants in the dungeons. I like it.
We want Dungeon Saga Origins to be the most enjoyable dungeon crawler you'll ever play. So join us on this epic journey and dive into a finely tuned, show-stopping experience for families, friends, and gaming clubs. full of thrilling quests, vibrant art, and stunning pre-assembled miniatures. Gear up.
Those boards, they're very colorful. It's odd. It's like, it's so colorful. It's disconcerting. And I imagine it's for gameplay to help you set things out. But
vibrant art and stunning
it's just not what I was expecting. Now that right there, that's where you're going to sell me. Those two books. All this is something I've seen 50 other games do. Like probably no exaggeration. I can probably go on Board Game Geek and find you 50 other dungeon crawlers that look just as generic as this one. That's where we're going to have our selling point,
assembled
I think.
Miniatures. Gear up, heroes. Your adventures start here.
Alright, after the video, do I want it? Not really. I mean, there's nothing you've shown me here has looked different from any of the other number of very generic fantasy dungeon crawlers. And I like generic fantasy. I eat that stuff up, don't get me wrong, but it's like, you gotta show me more. What's the special mechanism? Or is it just because we got the Dungeon Saga name? And I don't know enough about that. So, yeah, huge. $140,000 day one. Good for them. Mantic Games, in the 14 years since they've launched, we have released many complete tabletop gaming systems, including Hellboy, the board game, The Walking Dead, All Out War, Kings of Dead, Warzone, Mars Attack, and Dreadball. Their obsession, that's interesting. I just feel a big R. Their obsession for making detailed miniatures, simply put, challenging games and great value for money products has been Mantic become a global presence in the tabletop gaming arena. Mantic Games has a strong relationship with its community, and crowdfunding has raised extra. So it feels like this is not written by Mantic Games, which is odd considering, you say you're Mantic Games. To date, it's just a little off. To date, backers have pledged over $11 million to get the things. Okay, cool. You've done stuff. I don't think I've tried any of their games, but let's make sure people got their stuff. Because I remember Hellboy. Yeah, Hellboy I do believe is out. League of Infinity. Let's go back that far. Terrain Crate. Build the immersive. Yeah, this is going to be a huge thing in the future. But did people get their terrain? Have they gotten it? Update. Shipping errors corrected. Thank you for your patience. We're being good news. We have dug around and found what was causing some of the shipping costs to spike. This now should be fixed. Okay. If you feel you've been overcharged for shipping, the best course of action. So that kind of stinks, but they deal with it. Good. Just double check my shipping. I'm sure it's wrong as it says the weight is 0 kilograms. Okay. So they had an issue. Mark Grabowski, holy crap! I know that guy. I went to high school with him. I went, like, no joke. We're friends on Facebook. I went into the Pledge Manager, was able to access managed shipping. Scrolling down, I see it updated much better. Okay. That's so weird. That is like such a non sequitur right there. No, I didn't go to high school with Mark Grabowski. I went to elementary school with Mark Grabowski. Oh my gosh. I went to elementary school with Mark Grabowski. Then my mom died when I was 12, and I moved away, and I never saw Mark ever again. But then I added him on Facebook when I was like it was like 2, 3 in the morning. I was like, I want to see what he's up to. And he added me on Facebook. We've never talked at all. But now I have the bridge. It's like, oh, hey, I saw you commented on this. That's so weird. This is so weird right now. It looks like Hero Quest, just another clone. Yeah, it does not look like anything special. I hate to say that, but I mean, it just looks pretty normal. So good news, shipping update, 26th September. So as you may have seen in the comment section, you wonderful people in the U.S. have started to receive your pledges. Okay, cool. So people have their stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen them at conventions and whatnot too. So, yes. That sounds right. With the way Mantic Games handled all this, I will never fund any of their projects again. I put $150 into this project only to get broken minis and a missing bag. Mantic Games is a joke. So this is a role-playing game. Dear Mantic Games, let me talk to you. Last I heard from you... It's like a wrestling... Hand this guy the mic. Last I heard from you guys was an email back in January 17th. First, you told me that the pledge was already delivered, even though obviously it wasn't. When I asked you for a tracking number to confirm, you said there wasn't one. You said that meant that the package wasn't sent, and that you had to verify with your global shippers to see what they had left. Your exact words, mind you. As of today, there's been silence and no package, inferring from the way you wrote the last email in semester that there was a chance that I wasn't going to get a physical book that I paid for in advance because of you. Okay, bad stuff. I never received my pledge. So 2 months ago, get bent. 1 month ago, Alberto, get bent. Everybody, ever get it. We don't care. We don't care for you. Ooh, this is why we dig through here, people. So it sounds like Wizards of the Coast is changing the Ogle. So, suggested, not true, not dead. It's safe to say that no one here is ever getting their pledge. Last shipping update was May 2022. So, is this just a straight up donut? Oh, and they have, hey, F you, Mantic Games, you effed up. You made a S game and F over people who gave you money. F off, and I hope you lose the license at the very least. Yikes. Yikes, missing pledges, contact support. So let's read this one. Firstly, a quick update on the lack of communication. It comes with two things. One being a changeover in staff that runs our Kickstarters, and two, yep, that's always, a lot of companies will go with it. It's like, hey, we're new people. Don't treat us like the old people. It was the understanding that all the pledges have been sent from the hubs and the Kickstarter was complete. That leads us to our main point. It appears from the comments that a fair few pledges have gone AWOL. So instead of actually responding to these people, you just do an update? When's the last time you responded in here? Waiting. Paging Mantic Games. You're gonna make me load more Paging Mantic Games. Paging Mantic Games. Can we hear 8 months? We got 8 months. Do we get 9 months? Can we get 9 months? No, we got 9 months. Can we get 10 months? 10 months. 10 months. 10 months. 10 months. Give it 10. Anybody 10? 10 on the left. 10 on the left, little lady. 10 on the left. 10 on the left. 10 on the left. Keep going. Do we get 10 months? So can we get a 12? Can we get a 12? Can we get a full year? A full year. Give me full year. Give me full year. Give me full year. Full year. Jesus Christ! Get in here, Mantic Games. This is an immediate. Can you do it? No. I don't feel comfortable because I'm just going to assume. They just decided, wow, Hellboy the role-playing game. Woo! Okay. So I do feel like I need to check out the board games. So let's check out the comments. Still waiting, or even just hearing anything. So 4 months ago, they took the time to respond to your update, and you do not respond to them. Ooh, nothing. Why would we possibly respond to any of these? Oh my god, Mantic Games. Can you do it? Fudge, no. I need to look at anything else. I need to look at it. I'm out. We'll still go through the motions here. But that's a you completely not deliver something? Like Kickstarter, get off your ass. Maybe they did deliver it, and they just ignore everyone who didn't get theirs or something. I don't know. 4 epic campaigns, 40 daring quests, 79 stunning miniatures, and now we get into stuff that should really be on the marquee here. 40 quests. How long are the quests? 80 minutes. 80 hours plus gameplay. So, you're saying there's over 80 hours grand total in this box you're buying. You know where that would be a great place to put that, Mantic Games? On the marquee. Like, because once again, I go back to that main image, and I hate it. I hate everything about it. I get it. It's a cool-looking idea. You're trying to showcase these minis. But even at this size right here, which is the ideal size for this image, I still can't really tell these are miniatures. That one kind of looks like Donald Trump to me. Is it just me? I got to zoom in there. Maybe it's just the facial structure. Okay, anywho. Yeah, so let's get on to this. Do I want it? Not really from the video. Can you do it? No. You've shown me that no, I don't trust you. How much is it? Let's get to it. Because here's the thing. I assume you're going to ask for a big price. This is obviously a big box. You've showcased to me that this is a big box. I'm getting over 80 hours of gameplay, even though you don't want to really spotlight that on the marquee, which I think would be good. Ages 10 plus. Yeah, I assume that. 1 to 5 players. Wow. Solo and cooperative. Progressive quest. This is all great stuff. This should be on the marquee. Like, that right there is a million times better than what you have on your marquee right now, I do believe. Customers-friendly shipping, if you get your stuff. Get ready, adventurers. Pick your hero. Cool. Ooh, I think they're showing me that there's different asymmetric hero things by showing that card. Cool. Choose feats and spells. Select your equipment. Okay. $89. Everything's shown here. Is there a box? Does it come in a box? So it's cards. So I get 4 cards, 4 minis, 10 quests. It's just so weird when you don't show me the box. I'm assuming it comes with a box, right? Because here's the thing. I assume it comes with a box, but I actually just did a Kickstarter. I did a how to play video for somebody, and they're like, "Hey, I'm going to give you one of the box versions, and then I'm going to give you a link to a non-box version, so if people want to buy it without the box. I'm like, what? Is this a thing? Is this becoming a thing? I can't imagine that this doesn't have a box. I just don't think they put the box here, which once again I feel like is a big misstep, because assuming I'm getting that large box for $89, that's I feel like that's a very reasonable price for what I'm getting here. 80 hours of campaign time, bunch of minis from a company that makes miniatures. But this isn't the main pledge. If it is, it's not. I don't feel like that was really overwhelming, even though the price is great. Glimmer of Greed, because you're thinking $29 over MSRP. So I'm getting these, right? Cool. Minis, stuff, things. Great. Tons of minis, tons. Is this all for $89? That's a really solid price. Oh, here's the ultimate. So you don't get the box? Because this one comes with the box. So what's the first pledge level? Explore, is that plus all the daily reveals and all this, an Overlord screen, neoprene game organizer, dice tray. So you're lumping in daily reveals with like crap I don't need. I don't like that. That kind of sucks. Scenery, yeah. Because what are your daily reveals? I imagine your daily reveals are probably gameplay. Not that I was expecting much from you after going through your track record on Hellboy, but man. Dungeon Saga Origins is the perfect family game for adventurers of all ages. There's a quote from someone? You just telling me? Digital Overlord. Woo, cool. You know what would be even cooler? If I know what that meant. Let's check out the pledge levels. So 297 people got this one, which presumably doesn't come with a box. I don't think it does. So that's immediately in my FAQ. Hopefully that's answered in the FAQ, which is organized delightfully. No, it's not. You got a question in the FAQ. It's your question 16. Well, guess what? You're going to read 16 questions. How will it be packaged? The Legendary Pledge will be packaged in one box. This will include form trays and hold each mini in compartments. So once again, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exact. Wait, the Legendary Tray will come in will package in one box. What is it? I just get the vibe they're going to send me not something you're going to put on your shelf. Maybe. I don't know. All right. I don't think they answered the question I have there. Daily reveals. Day 3, to be revealed. Day 2, thing. You get a monk. Does it come with a card? I assume it comes with a card. You know, people are excited about the gameplay as well, not just we got minis. Man, I really don't like this page. Trial of Tyranny. Art print. Don't care. Download the rule booklet. Fantastic. Love seeing that. Gameplay videos. Hey-o. So we got a... is this English?
Okay, so it's down to me.
All right, so yeah, we got a full English gameplay. Cool. Origins preview. DS is back, and it's... Okay, it's preview, whatever. Language add-ons. If you get the set number backers from a specific country before the campaign ends, you'll be able to purchase the game in that language in this Pledge Manager. Wow. They're not going to hit any of these aside from French. Just taking a stab in the dark here. I hope I'm wrong. France, 86. Yeah, they might not even hit that one. I was going to say, those numbers are stupidly unrealistic. As someone who checks Kickstarter every day, you're like, yeah, we get 750 Spanish backers. Yeah, you're not. I can tell you that's not going to happen. I hope it does. Here's the thing. I want to give these all A's. I really do. Because you know what? Companies share my videos when I give them A's. But this sure as hell is not an A. Add-on, dice tray. Don't care if things, stuff. That game organizer, that's nice. Plastic stuff. Retailer pledge. We wanted to make it the smallest text possible. Thank you. Thank you for that. Shipping. Not going to convert the currencies, despite the fact the majority of the people here are from the United States of America. Yep. Because why would we want to do that? 20 euros. So to get the game that I want, I feel like this is all I need, right? So this has part 4. So this gives me all the gameplay, right? Part 1, part 2, I will say I do like how they did this. This is clean and clear over here. Trial of Tyranny 3D. So this is just all the extra crap I don't really need. But once again, Bauer's Law says that's always going to be the pledge level that's the most popular. If it's not, then you're not doing your job well, and they're doing their job well because 300 to 1,077. Maybe because you put the fear of me not actually getting a box into that $89 pledge level, which Oh, 89 euros, excuse me. So it is 111. So we're looking at, to get the game, you're looking at 130-ish. Yeah, sounds right. 135. Okay, I don't feel 135. I mean, don't get me wrong, 80 hours of gameplay. That's a huge chunk. Let's check out these rule booklet. Dungeons, so okay. Components, setting up the game. Oh god. Oh golly. Oh golly, this rule booklet. This does not look like a fun rule booklet to go through. This looks like one of those rule booklets where they're like, here's all the information, and then you're like, wait, could you organize? No, bye. Oh my god. I can already feel how wrinkled this rule booklet is going to be 2 games into this. Okay, but it's there. You can read through it. You can sift through it. Can't knock it for that. Can Dungeon Sagas be played solo? Yeah, that's why it says 1 to 5. Does your game use an app? I don't know. Traditional everything in the box game, although we were hoping to reveal some optional digital tools, and that's the thing that we had in the stretch goal, which you chose not to really tell me much about. I'm sure maybe it's mentioned in the updates, but why don't you mention it on the story? Because, you know, that's where everyone's going to go when they first come to your page and decide if they should give you money for your very generic-looking dungeon game. Another journey from the West. So we got 19 comments here, 20 comments here, so some good engagement. Awesome there. Yesterday I revealed the contents of the enormous legendary and ultimate pledges, and the campaign got off to an amazing start. So let's kick. So here's the other thing that I really am a little bit befuddled by. The fact that we didn't spotlight at all what the hell Dungeon Saga is. Because that, honestly, to me, has to be why this is doing so well. At least in my brain, in my small little brain, I'm like, they have to have a lot of nostalgia going on here, or a pre-existing thing, because Dungeon Saga... So this is a very highly rated game from 2015, and they're redoing it. Okay. Yeah, this, and then so it was an even older game from 2011. This explains so much. Bauer's Law says, I need those laws. That's it. That's the only law. That's the only one I got. That's the most... In a world of inconsistency on Kickstarter, that's the most consistent thing that I see, that people want to give you their money. And if they're not giving you your money, the most they can give you, then you're not doing it right. Because everybody else is getting that. Yeah, so this has got a watch and play video. This, I imagine, was a very popular 500 fans on here. This makes sense. But once again, Mantic Games decided, we're not actually going to spotlight our pedigree. If you do not know what Dungeon Saga is, we're going to go out of our way to make this look like the most milquetoast game that we possibly can. And it's so befuddling. You're not going to mention that this is one of the top 500 thematic games of all time, based off the classic. We took the original game, which was already a top 105 thematic game of all time. It's very highly rated up there with Board Game Geek. Like, I bet you if we go to this page right here, there's going to be a couple other games that say, oh, those are solid games. Cardline Animals, fantastic game. Palace of Mad King Ludwig, great game. Sonar, great game. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship. So these are great games. These are most people would list these games. Caper's really rock solid too. Letter Tycoon. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is some purified air here, and they're saying we're taking this game and we're going to make it even better. But they didn't say that. They just hope you know what Dungeon Saga is. I hate this Kickstarter. I really do, and it's so weird. Hi, Pat. And maybe it's just because it got off to such a bad foot when we looked at the fact that they just pretty much told everybody who gave them hundreds of dollars on Hellboy to get bent. Hi, Pat. You're welcome. That's exactly why I was shipping. Oh, wow. Mantic Games in the comments section. I haven't seen that in a year. Well, I mean, if I backed Hellboy, and maybe they have to be in here to drive down all the bad comments. I wonder if there's going to be some people in here that are like, hey, so they're asking for a $1 pledge level. That's great. Just got back from Dungeons & Dragons. Love the film. So they're in here. They're responding. They're doing some good customer service here, churning this. Whoo, final grade. Do I want it? Not really. I mean, after doing my own research and finding out that it's based on like a really pretty great game, potentially, like, yeah, now I do. But you didn't do that. Can you do it? No. I don't feel comfortable after seeing what happened on a couple of the other Kickstarter campaigns, and maybe that's a small sample size. Like, we've done 22 games. Well, here's the bottom line. When something doesn't get shipped out at all, or it does, and there's a whole bunch of people who didn't get their stuff, and you pretty much just say, no, we're not listening. We got a new person handling the thing and the stuff. Sorry, we're on to the Dungeon Saga Origins with the generic main image. No, I'm out. Piss poor customer service there. There are people that have been waiting there a year for you to respond about them not getting their game. And I'm sure, I bet you if I went through all those comments, there's a bunch of people saying, I sent an email and I still haven't heard anything back. So, hell no. And then how much is it? Price seems solid. I mean, 80 hours of gameplay, big box of miniatures based on a 2,500 game of all time. Very, very underwhelming. Yeah, agreed. And here's the thing. It didn't have to be. You know, there's so much great stuff here, and they're just like, we're not going to spotlight that. We want you to know how great this family... You couldn't pull out some quotes? Like, Jesus! This has a Rodney Smith Watch It Played video, and I'm sure that means there's tons of reviews on this that you could potentially get, and you can't pull out some quotes? Like, what are you doing? Oh. Okay. Just come to Jesus, talk with Manta Games. Do I want it? No. Can you do it? No. How much is it? Rock solid. I would mention, yeah, rock solid. Here's the thing, though. Do I get a box at the $89 version? I don't feel like that's a question I should ever have to ask. Excuse me, sir, is my board game coming in a box? I know you said it came in a box in the FAQ, but honestly, with how shady you've been on other things, I'm wondering if maybe you're referring to the fact that you're shipping it in a box and not into like a bag or something. Like, oh my gosh. Final grade. What did I like? What did I do that they like? Before I hand out a bad grade, I've been trying to do this lately. I like the fact that we spotlight that it's 80 hours. 1 to 5 players. We spotlight that pretty early. I think it should be on the marquee, but we didn't beat around the bush there. I like the fact that we spotlight the price relatively early, even though I feel like the pledge area is pretty piss poor. Like I shouldn't have questions about the box. But honestly, when you showed me there's 80 hours of gameplay, $89, I'm in. 111. Final grade, D. If you want to see a bad campaign, check out Hexplore It. It looks like it wants to be shamed. Hexplore It? What, on GameFound? Oh, it's got like $200,000. This one? Yeah, I was thinking about checking this one out. I mean, it looks like a terrible main image, but that's because GameFound gives you this stupid square that you can't work with and decided that you can't have you have to make an extra click to even give you the description about the game, because I guess why? I don't know. Anywho, final grade, I'm going to go with a D. Yeah, D. Is it D minus? No. I feel like they have a lot. I feel like just some organization would immediately bump this up. Yeah, I'm going D minus. Yeah, we're going to go D minus just because of, like, I cannot overlook how bad that Hellboy stuff looks. Like, that is terrible. Like, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, really? How is this, like, I feel like Kickstarter should be like, I don't know. D minus. Let me know in the comments below. What's your final grade for Dungeon Saga Wars, the game of classic fantasy adventure? And as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023 to make my biggest year ever. Have a great day. Bye-bye.